Hey, Stuart, how are you? Bob Canada. Listen, I'm excited about xosialx. I think there's so much possibility, especially with Newcom and everything that opens up to. And, I really want to grow this with you guys. Um, and I hope you don't take this as, never satisfied type of thing. I just believe in, you know, keeping thoughts open and what's possible to blow it up even bigger. And so I put this little pitch. It's only about a page or two. Won't take long. I just thought the best way, instead of me talking and getting lost a little bit, is if I could just present this to you. You take a look at it. It's up to you. And obviously, other boss, you. I just think it makes sense, and it could blow things up even bigger. Just my opinion. Okay, so look at call it putting a little extra kick into xosialx. I've always loved a one person pass up, and I'm trying to think where would that apply. I don't know why other companies don't use it. And I thought of the type of money you put into the, not only the first order, but the monthly, the monthly subscription orders up to 50%. And I said, wow, we can capitalize on this. So, the and I'm just reading so I don't get lost here. The 20 level matrix that we have, I think it's amazing, especially with the reentry, or we call it the added positions. But if we're leading with Newcom and we want to make that the staple, at least I believe in the products, but I think where that's so hot, that's where the staple is. And at 21, I call it BV. I'm sorry, it's CV. It's going to take some growth before we start to see the money. I think you understand that. So I'm looking at the pay plan, and I'm looking. Why I said there's, as I just said, there's a lot of upfront money in the personal member purchases, not only the first order, but of course also in this monthly subscriptions. Okay, whether it's Newcom, imagine if we get products going and the CV gets boosted up. So I think it's something that most companies miss, and I don't know why they all don't have it in their pay plan, because it just makes so much sense when you think about what you're giving up to what you're gaining. Okay, and you might be familiar with it, Stu, but I'll just give it my version of it. It's called a one person pass up, and again, I saw, as I just said, it makes so much sense to me. First member you bring in, let's be clear, you're not giving them up. A lot of people get that wrong misconception. It's just the code is with you. They're in your matrix. If we ever, not that we're going to do check match bonuses or whatever, but they're still part of you. You brought them in. Okay. All we're changing is the money end on the first order and the monthly subscription order. That's it. Just the money goes. They're still coded to you for whatever else you want to use in the matrix, the grid, how they fall into the grid. They're not. Nothing changes. Okay. Obviously, it's going to take a little programming, but if you like what this could bring, I think it's well worth it. Okay. So you still go to the matrix, you only changes the code on the first order. You may understand the pass up, if not. Let me just give it to you real quick, and we could talk about it if you want to. Okay. The way we have it now is you bring in these people, as many as you can. You're getting 5 to 50% on their first order, as well as their monthly subscription. That's great, but there's no leverage. Okay. What a pass up does is same grid, you pass Jerry up. So again, he's still in your matrix. You still sponsor him, but his money on his first order and his monthly sub. So if he's doing, if it's new comm and you have 21 people, you're getting 50%. That $11 goes to you, right? But in this case, it doesn't. It just goes up to the person in the line of the pass up. Okay. But what does that open up? Look at this. I mean, I think if someone understands it, they go, why wouldn't I do this? For everyone else you bring in, the Tom, Mary, Amy, Sue, John, and of course it keeps going, they're coded to you. So you get everything you get. All you did is give up one person on that money. But look what that does. Tom's first person, right? He has to give that up, right? So who's it go to? It's coded to you. That person, first person, is not coded to Tom because he gave up. It's all in your code. So watch what happens every month for every person we bring in. Their first person, their first person, their first person, there. It only stops when someone doesn't bring in a first person. you're getting that monthly subscription payout, whether it's 5% or 50% on all those people, and you only brought in Tom. Same thing with you starting a whole new line with Mary and Sue and Amy. Understand how crazy this could get? And all you're doing is giving up one person. And you're not, the company's not paying out any more money. It's the same money. It's just how it's directed. Okay. Now, last thing, and I'm done. It's right here. Think about it. You gave up one order, one monthly subscription, to get potentially hundreds of people's monthly subscriptions paying you. I think it's an absolute home run. It caught some programming, and of course, the way we have it, you know, 1, 3, 30% on 7, 21 people, you get up to 50. I'd love to see that number even come down, but again, without trying to change and of course, these are your personals, so the pass ups don't count in qualifying you for these personals. You still got to bring in these amounts if I'm understanding it right. So just a new com alone CV would be crazy, right? $11 a head, $11 a head on literally hundreds of people. Can you imagine if we get into the products and it's 100 CV, that's a $50, right? 100 CV at 50%, it's a $50 bill getting passed the way we just showed you. People would be so motivated, they'd never stop recruiting because of what? Not just that one person they're earning on. They see a string of people for every new person they bring in. That would boost recruiting through the roof. That's my pitch. Okay. I love it either way, buddy, but I just always looking for ways to make something better. Okay. Let's rock and roll. I hope to talk to you about this a little further. If it's not of an interest, I totally accept it, but it's just something that makes sense to me. Okay. Thank you, buddy.